Testing 1, 2, you crazy kids. Wolfpack. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, I guess we're good. Let's go. All right. We're hot. All right. What's up, people? How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. Woo! Guys, you don't know, man. I was like, I'm about to call in sick. Oh, I'm about to call in sick, man. I need that day. It's a lot of work going on in TBTV land and TTL Media land. But we pushed through anyway. And I was going to come on and just talk and chill with you guys and say, look, I don't want to cancel because I didn't give anybody any notice. But then I saw the news. Or I saw what they were saying today because I kind of like was so busy. I didn't get a chance to look at what they were saying, man. It's preposterous. Preposterous. Yeah, preposterous. It's stupid as hell. It's crazy. It's sacrilegious what they've been saying. So, Facebook people, YouTube people, Periscope people, and why is that still on? I don't understand it. Let me go check, make sure Facebook's good. Hey, Facebook, how y'all doing? What's going on, Facebook? Facebooks. Ginger and Julie and Storm and Uli. Glad to have you, Maurice and Ginger. Oh, I say Ginger. And Don. Thank you for tuning into the show. Good to see you. Good to see you, William Bruce and Myrna. Glad to have you, Rose. What's up, Rose? How you feeling? Get it where you live. Same thing for my people on YouTube, man. Thank you, Fred, for being here. Sean and Aaron and Garner and Mama, Alaska, Laura, Shelley, Kendall, Jack, Brad, the whole crew. Pia, good to see you. And Day Fox. What's up, Day? Yeah, I know, Day. I see that. So that's why I'm doing the show tonight, because we got to talk about some of the BS that's been going on today. So we all have to have all hands on deck, because it's crazy what they've been doing. Okay, so first things first, guys. First order of business is, a couple of weeks ago, You know I'm in D.C., right? Okay, I actually live in Maryland. Anybody familiar with Waldorf, Maryland? Anybody know where Waldorf, Maryland is? Well, I'm like 3 minutes from Waldorf, Maryland, which is 10 minutes from Fort Washington, Maryland, which is 10 minutes from D.C. Okay, so that's where we at. So I was able, since of my proximity to D.C., my wife works in D.C., or she worked in D.C., I worked in D.C., this is where we commute to all the time. It's 30 minutes away, okay? Downtown D.C. I was able to go into the Bernie Sanders campaign offices and record a podcast for the Here to Burn with Brianna Joy Gray, the whole crew, Christopher, Adam, and the whole crew, Angelo, and the whole crew. I'm leaving somebody out. I hate this. I'm leaving somebody out. So I recorded a podcast with them. It came out today, guys. So the podcast version, the audio version came out a couple days ago. Today the video came out. So go to Here to Burn on the official Bernie Sanders YouTube channel to check out my podcast. It's also on the BernieSanders.com website. So that's great. Give it up for that. Give it up for Bree and the whole crew for making this possible. Letting a brother, be down with the Bernie Sanders campaign for a day. All right, so that's what I want to make sure people know about that. I send a text out to the VIP text list, the Tim Black VIP text list. If you're not on it, get on it because you get stuff like this. Go ahead and text the word cornbread to the code 21,000. So you text the word cornbread on your smartphone to the number is 21000. Hit send, and that will opt you in to my VIP list, okay? So go ahead and do that today, man, so you can stay up to date, Wolfpack. We need all the Johnsons to get the information. Come on, Johnson, join in. Wow, 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 wow. Let's just start with a couple clips, okay? Let's start with a clip of, what's this one? Let's start with this one, okay? Hold tight. Let me see which one this is. Okay, so this is where we are. Sorry, guys, kind of doing this on the fly a little bit, but the clips are here. I just got to remember which order they're in. I want to set this clip up for you. A couple of people, Buck being one, Joy, Chris, Tony, like 5 different people sent me this clip. 5 people sent me the clip of what happened during the debates when Chuck Todd asked the question about superdelegates. For some reason, people say this was not included in the YouTube version, that MSNBC, NBC decided to edit out the Democratic debate when Chuck Todd asked a very incriminating question of the candidates on the stage. When Chuck Todd asked the candidates on the stage, how would you feel about stealing the democracy from the voters? Now, this is a topic that we covered last night. But I'm sure not everybody was able to catch my show last night to know that I actually talked about this last night. That's okay. People are busy. They got lives. They got stuff to do. But in case anybody missed this clip, because it was not included in the YouTube version of the Nevada Democratic debates, here goes what people have been talking about. Chuck Todd asking these people, asking the candidates, how would you like to steal the nomination? Here's the response.
A majority. Senator Sanders, I'm going to let you go last here because I know your view on this. So instead, I will start with you, Mayor Bloomberg.
Whatever the rules of the Democratic Party are, they should be followed. And if they have a process, which I believe they do,
I'm trying to do
so
this,
that
yes or no,
everybody else,
fast.
everybody can.
So you want the convention to work its will?
Yes.
Senator Warren.
But a convention working its will means that people have the delegates that are pledged to them, and they keep those delegates until you come to the convention. All of the people.
All righty. Vice President Biden?
Play by the rules.
Yes or no? Leading person with the delegates, should they be the nominee or not?
No, let the process work its way out.
Mayor Buttigieg?
Not necessarily, not to listen to
Senator Klobuchar?
Let the process work.
Senator Sanders?
Well, the process includes 500 superdelegates on the second ballot. So I think that the will of the people should prevail. Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Most votes should become the nominee.
5 no's and a yes.
We are not done yet. We're back with more from Las Vegas after a short break.
Okay. All right, people. All right, so a little bit of the question was cut off there. Chuck Todd was asking, hey, if no one has the plurality of the votes, or the nomination votes, the delegates, if they don't have the number of delegates to win outright, should they still win as long as they have the most? If you have the most delegates and the most votes, should you win the nomination? And they said no. I mean, well, you know, everyone except Bernie did. So they're willing to take their chances with the superdelegates weighing in and deciding who gets to win. Because, well, it all makes sense, doesn't it? They're going to host Bernie Sanders. The whole thing is set up so that they can host Bernie. Bernie's the only one going, well, if the person with the most delegates should have won the most votes, why would you need superdelegates to come in and play overseer and pick a winner when we have a winner already? And everyone, Elizabeth Warren, Amy Klobuchar, Joe Biden, Pete Buttigieg, and even Rumpelstiltskin, all of them said that they were willing to let the superdelegates weigh in and take the vote, take the nomination from the person who's in front and give it to whoever they like. That is basically overriding the vote or the will of the people, because the people are the ones who determine, you know, who they wanted to win. They picked their winner, and from that, it should mean they get the most delegates. That's what it should mean, Johnson. And from that person at the convention should win because they got the most support from the American people. But the DNC is not a regular organization. It's not a public organization. It's a private organization. And they can do whatever they want to do. And if they want to stop a Tulsi Gabbard, shout out to Sean Graham. If they want to stop a Tulsi Gabbard for being on the stage, they can. If they want to muscle out Kamala Harris or freeze her out, or Bloomberg wants to buy up everything and they let Bloomberg in the debates and, you know, thumb their noses at Cory Booker, Julian Castro, and anybody else who dropped out from Kirsten Gillibrand to John Hickenlooper, anyone. That's fine too, because, well, the DNC is a private organization. They get to do whatever the hell they want to do. You don't get to have a say. You can leave their party. Like Joe Biden always says, you don't like it, you can leave. You got a question? What? You got something you want to know something? Hold up, first things first. You can leave, buddy. You can get out of here. You can go. You can go outside, get outside. You can go vote for Bernie Sanders, or you can vote for Elizabeth Warren. Vote for someone else. You have to vote for me. And who says you got to vote for me? Vote for somebody else. Listen here, buddy. You don't have to vote for me. The DNC has the same attitude. I tend to believe when you look at somebody like a Joe Biden, he didn't mold the party. The party molded him. Yeah, the party made him who he is. Forged him like a diamond in the nether regions of the Democratic Party. Formed him like a kidney stone. So, guys, I'm not here to paint you a rosy picture. I'm not here to say it's going to be all good. I'm here to say we're going to have to fight for this, because it's very clear, very obvious that these people are very willing to take the nomination away, and that everybody on that stage is all cool with it. So I'm tired of hearing people say, Bernie Sanders has a friend in me. He got a friend in me. Whenever you're down, just look around. You got a friend in me. Bernie's got a friend in Warren. No, he don't. Bernie's got a friend in Warren. Nah. Stop saying it. Stop saying Bernie has a friend in Warren. Stop saying they're buddies, they're pals, they're in cahoots. Everybody who's saying it, stop right now. Let it end. Die it. Kill it. No more talk like that. It's stupid talk. It's naive and dumb. This is politics. They're playing politics. They know Bernie's going to probably have the most votes. They already did the math. Everybody's doing the math. Their people are admitting it now. Now the whole deal is to steal it from him in the end, because they can't stop him, and to try to shame you and I to go along with it. Or they'll blame us like they did last time. Yeah, they'll blame us like they did last time. Oh, it wasn't for the Bernie supporters, we would have beat Trumpy. So, guys, this is the deal. What we're going to have to do is fight, fight, fight. You think that these people care that every poll you look at shows that Bernie Sanders does the best against Trump? Hell, it said that last time they didn't care. We got people online right now complaining about Bernie. They don't care that Bernie has the best possibility of beating Donald Trump. A new Monmouth poll just came out yesterday. No, actually this morning. I'm sorry. It came out this morning, right? No, Wednesday. Came out Wednesday. Sorry, my bad. A new Monmouth poll, the latest. Let's just say the latest poll. It shows that Bernie Sanders does the best against Trump. Better than everybody else in the field. Do you think they care about that? Do you think Morning Joe is reporting it that way, that Bernie has the best chance of beating Trump? Do you think that Rachel Maddow and Joy Reid are reporting that? I don't think they are, Johnson. I think they're doing the opposite. Anybody who's new to this, let me tell you something. It was the same way in 2016. Bernie had a better chance of beating Donald Trump, and they didn't care. They were arrogant enough to think, hey, we don't need to go with the best player. We'll go with our player. Even though our player sucks. Even though our player has higher unfavorable ratings than the guy over there who admits to grabbing women by the change purse. We're going to still go with our unpopular person because, well, it's what we choose to do. They did. They lost. Then all of a sudden, Russia, Russia, Russia. So it'll be something similar now. It'll probably be China, China, China. Or, I don't know, Cambodia, Cambodia, Cambodia. Or, I don't know, Delaware, Delaware, Delaware. They just make up stuff. The Walking Dead, the zombies did it. The coronavirus, something did it. It will never be them. They will never be to blame for their own problems or the problems that they created for the entire country. So, the latest Monmouth poll shows Sanders edging out Trump 51 to 49%. And then Trump beats everybody else by 2 points or more. Okay? But they don't care. That's not important. That's a little thing called math. They don't care about that. All right. Next. Fun stuff.
Senator Sanders, I'm going to let you go last here because I know your view on this.
Oh, God. Oh, God. You know, it's been a long time since that happened. I knew I was too tired to do a show tonight. I knew it was too tired. I knew it. I was like, Tim, you're too tired to do a show tonight. But I'm doing it anyway because I love you guys, and it's like a habit. I got to work too much. My best friend, CJ, like, Tim, man, you got to take a day off, man. Take a day off. Like, I go down there, I go downstairs and tell him to take a day off and end up doing a show anyway. Check this out, man. Michael Bloomberg got the brakes beat off him last night. I think you heard that part. I don't think you heard the funniest part, right? So Michael Bloomberg, he's talking today. He's actually he was able to walk. I'm surprised he was able to walk because he got his will and his spirit broke last night. How'd that work? Did that do okay? Okay. Yeah, he was walking. He was in a wheelchair. If they had a wheelchair for egos, I'm sure his is electronic. He needs an electronic wheelchair for his ego because it got broke last night. His pride said, zzz. His pride was on E. He needed the jumper cables for his pride and his ego. I mean, he really got stopped last night. He got stopped so bad, I thought I was watching 12 Years a Slave. Lupita Nyong'o and 12 Years a Slave. Mike Bloomberg got beat so bad last night, I thought I was about to call him Toby Berg, Kunterberg, Kitberg. Michael Bloomberg got beat so bad last night, I saw a black woman jump up in the middle, in the back of the auditorium and go, leave him alone! Leave him alone! Get on him! Get on! Let him go! Get off him! Stop hitting him like that! Y'all stop! Somebody call the police! But I know some of my ADOS people watching right now, they mad as hell. They're like, don't be saying that about our sisters, brother. Cool ass Tim Black. All right. So let me switch it. Give me a chance, bro. Give me a chance. Check it out. Michael Bloomberg got beat so bad last night, I'm sure I saw a black woman in the stand up. She was like, get his ass. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, get him. Hey, baby, they beat Mike Bloomberg out here. Bring my team, bring my camera. Oh, they beat him. Oh, they beat him. I had it muted before, so I had to redo it. Michael Bloomberg was trying to save face today, trying to put a spin on a horrible night. I don't know how you do it. He got shut down, Johnson. But here goes Michael Bloomberg in Utah, trying to take some of the stink off that ass whooping. Check it out.
So how was your night last night? Look, the real winner in the debate last night was Donald Trump. Because I worry that we may very well be on the way to nominating somebody who cannot win in November. And if we choose a candidate who appeals to a small base like Senator Sanders, it will be a fatal error. We need Democrats and independents and Republicans to win. And that was the coalition that propelled Democrats to success in the midterms. And it's the coalition that we need to win in November. And that won't happen with pie-in-the-sky promises and proposals that will bankrupt the country. Voters don't want empty talk. They want leadership. They don't want hand-waving and finger-pointing. And they want common-sense ideas that can become real policy. And this election is just too important. The stakes are too high, and we cannot afford to get it wrong. So we're here today, yes.
My name is Michael Bloomberg, and I am not well. Yes, I got the crap beat out of me last night. My ass really hurts, and people made fun of me, and I'm not used to people making fun of me. But we must proceed to give me what we need. Oh, my booty's still aching. Oh, God. You know, Michael Bloomberg is delusional as hell. He just said the most popular politician in the country that his base was too small. No, Mike, I think you're talking about yourself. You're projecting. And something else is too small, but it ain't your base. Your base is small too, but other stuff's small with you. Mike's like that the kid who had the cool car in high school who somehow believed people really liked him. They just liked his car. We didn't like you. No one liked you. They thought you were annoying as hell, but you were the only one with a car, man. It's like the cut house you go over. You know the cut house? The person whose mom worked from home or didn't work at home, no one was at home, and you could go cut school and go over their house and raid the refrigerator on a daily basis, and somehow it was always clear. Yeah, that's Michael Bloomberg. Listen, Mike, man, just because people take your money doesn't mean people like you. They don't like you. No one likes you, Mike. People like your money. Do you understand? And I know it usually doesn't bother you when women just want your money. They don't want you. You're used to it. But when it comes to voting, unless you're going to pay every voter the same amount of money you pay every one of your surrogates, every one of them sellout preachers or pastors or staff members or whoever they are. What is it, $6 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand a month? You had to pay you thought Andrew Yang was talking about giving people money. You need to pay every voter $10,000 a month. Then they'll vote for you. Yeah, that's all you got to do, Bloomberg, because no one likes you. It's your only chance. This whole narrative that Bernie Sanders doesn't have a big base is it's a fabrication. It's nonsense. Bernie Sanders has this is why they complain all the time about Bernie Sanders supporters. They don't get it that Bernie Sanders is popular because he has the best policies, the most robust policies. I'd rather somebody shoot for the moon and land amongst the stars than shoot at the ground and abort takeoff like most of these other candidates. No one said that Bernie's perfect, but should you even be like comparing Bernie to Mike Bloomberg? I mean, Mike, did you watch you? You suck, man. I mean, you really stink. You are horrible. Dude, if someone gave you the nomination, let's just say everyone dropped out, and America was forced to watch you go up against Trump. Trump would beat the brakes off you. Dude, it's not, why are you even talking? Why? Why are you, Mike, man, I don't need any of your money, man. I mean, I would like to have some money, but it don't have to be your money, Mike. I realize that to survive in this world, you got to have money. So I'm not opposed to having money. But check this out, dude. I want to be honest and level with you. There is no way in hell that you could ever beat Trump. Ever. Now, he has a personality. It may be abrasive and bigoted, just like yours, but it's a personality. He knows how to play to the camera. You'd be better off hiding from it. And I'm not saying Trump is very attractive or, any of that. I'm just saying he's just better, like in a lot of ways. And I'm not just talking about his height. I'm talking in general. He's just better to listen to. You hurt my ears when you talk. I know it's not just me. So anyway, all I'm saying, brother, is that give up now. Just get out the way. Get this rich trick, get out the way. That's all. All right, guys, so part of the problem with Bloomberg and part of the problem that we're going to have is this is not just Bloomberg. This is a lot of people talking a lot of crap, a lot of smack about Bernie Sanders because they're upset that their person, their corporate puppet, isn't doing so well. So that's not sitting well with them. So the talons are out. They're coming for our necks. This is the reason why I'm doing tonight's show. They're coming for us. I'm serious. They're going to be a problem. They're not going to go easy, Johnson. Oh, you thought they just going to be like, okay, we're done ruling. Here you go. You guys want a soda to go with that? Or how about a latte? Hey, Suzanne, get them a latte. We're giving them the keys, the power of the whole country. We're giving them back everything. Give them the key. Give them a latte. You guys want a scone? And a scone. Some Danishes? Oh, throw in some Danishes. Yeah, throw in some Danishes. Oh. Yeah, we've been ruling forever. Started with genociding the indigenous people. Then we enslaved the blacks. Then we rented out the Chinese. Then we bombed them. Twice. Then we dragged our feet on helping the Jews. The little doodad about World War II. We turned the boats around several times. Hey, when they came like, help us, please, please, we was like, get out of here. You'll be fine. Then we wrote in the history books that we saved the world. Yeah. Then we kept black people under Jim Crow and made them fight for the civil rights. Yeah, you know how it is. You got to lynch a few blacks to make an omelet. If you think that these people, these horrible individuals are going to let shit go, like they're just going to give you the car keys, the keys to the car like you just turned 16, and this is happy days. Monday, Tuesday, happy days. Wednesday, Thursday, happy days. Da-da-da-da. And then Patsy and Ralph Mouth will walk in all goofy. Hey! Fonz be over there. Hey, hey! You know? Chuck Schumer would be over there. Hey, hey! The Podesta dude, creepy fucker, would be over there. Hey, hey! Looking like Fonzie with a leather jacket on. All I'm trying to tell you is that, like, the only way you're going to get power is if we overwhelm them with extreme large amounts of numbers. It's the only shot we got. And we can't be temperamental. We can't be too nice. We can't be so nice. No, we can't be so nice. Look, guys, so it's going to be harder if, like, this is too much for you. Seriously. We're going to have a hard time. You're not going to make it. I'm trying to tell you. You're going to have a nervous breakdown. You're going to take it out on your dog, your cat, your significant other. Come on. So I'm just trying to tell you, we need to confide in one another. We need to be moral support for one another, because this is going to get a lot harder. They're not going to let go easy. They're not just going to give it all back. Or give it to us. First of all, we've never had it. This idea that we need to get our government back, no, we never had it. It wasn't even built for us. If you black or if you a woman, if you anything other than a land-owning white man, this was never built. You were never meant to have it. I hate to hurt feelings here. I hate to do it, but I got to tell you, we can't be delusional. It wasn't meant for us. I wasn't even considered a human being. And women were property too, just a different kind. So, like, this whole idea that we're going to take it back, we're doing something that hasn't been done in this country ever. It's a soft revolution, a revolution that doesn't involve bodies in the street. And that's the best kind, right, if we can make this work. But to do it, guys, we're going to have to be prepared for it's going to be an onslaught of BS and lies and smears and attacks and a few bad people on Twitter. Like, come on, guys, really. I mean, I disagree with a guy today. No, I made a tweet about Andrew Yang. Real story. I made a tweet about Andrew Yang because Andrew Yang, he went and worked for CNN. I thought you were trying to, like, change the world. Then you go work for CNN? Why would you do that? You just raised all this money. Start a media company. It's like no one in the Yang gang felt that way. They're all like, oh, how dare you criticize Andrew Yang? He's the best thing that ever happened. He did so much for us. He lit the light. He did blah, 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 blah. So what? I disagree with him. Then he sent out this horrible tweet about Michael Bloomberg. He's like live tweeting about the debates and half his tweets were wrong or off base and doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, dude, just because you could come up with the freedom dividend doesn't mean he's a good tweeting. I can't disagree with his tweets. And there's people like, you're attacking Yang. Look, if we're going to win this shit, you got to toughen up. Me disagreeing with somebody, it's not an attack. An attack would be calling someone a sellout piece of scum who goes and works for the other side instead of building something that independent media could use. Like, that would be an attack, kind of, but it also be factual and actual and true. So these are the things we need to think about. But if you're going to cry in your latte to the point where it's no longer steaming hot, it's milk warm or lukewarm because you've been crying all in it and drooling on yourself, so butthurt because someone said something you didn't like, we got no chance if you're going to be that way, because this is going to be a lot harder than someone disagreeing with a tweet or someone disagreeing with someone's article or someone disagreeing with somebody joining CNN. You get what I'm saying? So if we're going to really fight for it, if you really understand what's at stake, you'll realize there is no room for us to get all extra sensitive about things that don't matter. And this is the thing that doesn't matter. I'm not saying turn off your feelings. What I'm saying, we got a longer way to go. Okay? So let's focus on what we got ahead. Stuff like this is going to be happening all the time. Check it out.
About who we're running against. A billionaire who calls women fat broads and horse-faced lesbians. And no, I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about Mayor Bloomberg.
I think she's fought herself back into third place, maybe better, maybe second out here. I think she's probably disappointed that she wasn't tougher in New Hampshire. Everybody said that she wasn't the fighter. She was the fighter tonight.
We underestimate the rage and the anger that working class people of all races, younger people feel about income inequality, about the extreme, distance between a Michael Bloomberg and them, even a Bernie Sanders and them. They don't even think they're ever going to get there. And so they really do not want to have a John Kerry or a Hillary Clinton-style candidate. They're just not going to accept it. And then you have older voters who just see Donald Trump as this existential threat to their kids, to their grandkids. They say, he just has to go. And they almost don't care who it is. They just get him out. And these two generations are not having the same conversation about this election at all. One candidate has to be able to unite these two generations, and I don't know who can do it. I do think Warren has the biggest claim on it because she does sort of speak to the Bernie wing and also to the moderate wing, but I don't see anybody else that can do it.
He suffered the worst blows on that stage. The non-disclosure agreement round that Elizabeth Warren opened up on him, and the women and others at his company who have non-disclosure agreement settlements,
Good. So you got Joy Reid is, she was on the right track for a second. I'm like, oh my God, she's getting it. She's getting it. She said sometimes we underestimate how angry people are about the income inequality. Check mark. Then she said, that people are looking at Michael Bloomberg and they're going they see the distance between Michael Bloomberg and themselves and they go, what the hell? I'm never going to get there. Then she looked over at I'm not calling him doctor anymore. She looked over at Corny Jason over there. And she said, Bernie Sanders too. They look at Bernie Sanders and they think, I'm never going to get there. They look at the wealth inequality. Folks, Hold on 1 second. I'm looking up Joy Reid's salary. Okay. You know, I've been told that I'm too hard on people. I've been told I need to be nicer, kinder, gentler, more understanding. I need to do some Zen meditation or something. It's really hard to do when you got to deal with scumbags on a daily basis. You know, I uncover liars daily. It's what I do every day. I go to sleep sometimes. I dream about liars that I catch lying. I catch lying liars, and I call them out. It's what I do. It's my job. It's what people enjoy me doing. It's the funnest part. It's a good release. It's cerebral, but it's also thorough. It's something. Take Joy Reid, who in this segment said that people are upset with Bernie because Bernie makes so much more money than they could ever imagine making. Bernie is 78 years old. He's worth $2 million. He wrote a best-selling book where the bulk of his money came from, writing a book in 2016. Joy Reid makes that every year. Yeah, the amount of money that Bernie Sanders has been able to amass in 78 years, Joy Reid at age 51 makes that every year. But she'll sit in front of an audience and say people are mad at Bernie Sanders. Now, I know you think Bernie doesn't do anything. I know you think Bernie's not important. But he does more than Joy Reid. He gives more than Joy Reid. Joy Reid never took a group of Americans to Canada to get medication so their children could live. Joy Reid never wrote a bill. Joy Reid gets on TV and lives every day. But Joy Reid makes the amount of wealth that Bernie Sanders has been able to accumulate in 40 years of public service. She makes it every year, lying her ass off on MSNBC. And no one corrects her, and no one calls her out, and she's still got a Twitter page. And if you say anything to her, she'll go on TV and say she's being harassed, and people are stalking her, and people are mistreating her, and she's a black woman, so you got to protect her because they're calling her names. It's a bunch of racist Bernie trolls. Well, what about lying? What about being a lying asshole? What about that? What about you being a scumbag? What about that? What about you making almost $2 million a year just from your salary? Because you do other stuff. We know. We know you do other stuff. You're on different symposiums, speaking events, all these things. You make Bernie's amount of wealth every year. But you take a dump on him on live TV in front of the whole world about how much money he makes. And I know you make this money. I know you know. I know you know Rachel Maddow makes $20 million a year. I know you know Anderson Cooper makes over $10 million a year. That what Bernie makes is nothing, but you still do it. Folks, now I just cautioned us. I said we all need to be calm and not let it get to us. I ain't saying it's going to be easy because we're dealing with some lying liars, y'all. We're dealing with lying liars. They don't want us to have what they have. They want to hoard the money for themselves. They want to lie and cheat us out of what should be ours. They want us to die in the streets. They want us to die in hospice or in bedrooms or in literal gutters while they go to swanky parties and talk smack about us. We need to fight back with all the media we can have, all the media we can muster. And it's a disappointment that when given an opportunity to build something that can combat CNN, MSNBC, and the other garbage out there that's just spreading propaganda, Instead of building that thing, you join it. You join the malformed monstrosity that is our biggest enemy of the machine. It keeps our big enemy running. It keeps it running. The propaganda keeps it running, guys. I'm going to go to the next clip. I got a couple more clips. It's just, it's something else. So check this out, guys. Check this out. This is called The Biggest Talkers. Who talked the most during the 9th presidential debate? This is important because, well, people are going to be complaining. I'm going to show you a clip of someone complaining about they didn't get enough time to rebut claims that were made about them. As you can see here clearly, who had the most time? Elizabeth Warren, followed closely by Amy Klobuchar. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, they're the two bottom. Well, I don't count Mike Bloomberg. They're the two on the bottom, and they had the most amount of talking time. The person I'm about to show you was complaining that they did not get enough time to rebut. Here we go.
Around the table. Yesterday, before the debate, the former Majority Leader Harry Reid said of Medicare for All, quote, "It's impractical." And he said there's not a chance in hell it would pass through the Senate. You've offered an alternative, an option to Medicare for All. Do you agree with Harry Reid? Is there not a chance in hell that Medicare for All would pass through your Senate?
I don't know quite that I would say it in the Harry Reid way, but yes, I don't think it would pass. I made that point at the debate last night when I said to Bernie, you know, this isn't even on the wheel because 2/3 of the Democratic senators aren't on the bill. A bunch of the new House members that got elected do not support his idea. And what we really should be doing when the Affordable Care Act is nearly 10 points more popular than the current guy in the White House is to be building on that and not tearing it down. And I wish there was more time in the debate to have made that point. But things were set up in different ways during the debate. But I think that would have been a valuable discussion to have, simply because in Nevada, the Culinary Union is so vehemently opposed, understandably, to Medicare for All, just like I am. And I'm one of the only senators up there on that debate stage that had resisted the pressure of getting on it, because I did not want to kick 149 million Americans off their current health insurance in 4 years.
Senator, it's Jonathan Lemire. Good morning. On health care, Senator Warren said she could describe your plan on a Post-it note, and that was far from the only sort of vicious attack last night on the stage. Of course, there was a lot of arrows pointed at Mike Bloomberg in his debut in a debate. We played just a few minutes ago some of the testy exchange between Senator Sanders and former Mayor Buttigieg. Do you think that last night was well served in terms of Democrats attacking each other rather than Donald Trump? Do you think last night was a good night for the party?
No. You know, I think primaries are always about people showing differences, and that's what it is. But I thought that there was too much of that and too little of showing solutions for people. And there's a bunch of people tuning in now who stayed home in 2016, independents, moderate Republicans. And one point I did opportunity to respond to Elizabeth's allegation.
And you won't get the opportunity right now. Listen, guys. Listen, people, Tim Black's Wolfpack, check this out, Wolfpack. All of the Johnsons out there, I want you to know that Amy Klobuchar got her ass kicked last night. And it wasn't just on one point, it was on several. Yeah, she's not good at taking any type of incoming ever. It's like she shakes like Audrey Hepburn. It's a horrible thing. It's just like a leaf in a snowstorm. It is a leaf in a a hurricane. It's a horrible thing. It's a flag dancing in the wind. It's horrible to watch her try to withstand. Anyone ask her anything, you can walk up to Amy and say, Amy, what time do you have? I don't know what. If you just give me a minute, if you just let me finish, please. Jesus, lady, we gotta move on. We gotta go to commercial. Got bills to pay. Amy is a liar about Medicare for All. And she's horrible. And as you saw the grid, folks. She had the second most amount of time to talk. And what she do? Complain. Oh, I didn't get enough time to talk. I'm supposed to be able to talk all the time. Why I didn't get a chance to talk? I like talking. Why come I couldn't talk? Why don't you let me talk sometime? I like to talk. Shut it up.
Mr. Bloomberg had policies in New York City of stop and frisk, which went after African American and Latino people in an outrageous way. That is not a way you're going to grow voter turnout.
I'd like to talk about who we're running against. A billionaire who calls women fat broads and horse-faced lesbians. And no, I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about Mayor Bloomberg. Democrats are not going to win if we have a nominee who has a history of hiding his tax returns, of harassing women, and of supporting racist policies like redlining and stop and frisk. Democrats take a huge risk if we just substitute one arrogant billionaire for another.
I actually welcomed Mayor Bloomberg to the stage. I thought that he shouldn't be hiding behind his TV ads.
The mayor says that he has a great record, that he's done these wonderful things. Well, the fact of the matter is he has not managed his city very, very well when he was there. He didn't get a whole lot done. He had stop and frisk, throwing close to 5 million young black men up against the wall.
We could wake up 2 weeks from today, the day after Super Tuesday, and the only candidates left standing will be Bernie Sanders and Mike Bloomberg, the two most polarizing figures on this stage. Let's put forward somebody who's actually a Democrat. Look. We shouldn't have to choose between one candidate who wants to burn this party down and another candidate who wants to buy this party out.
And that was just the first 10 minutes.
Wow.
What a debate, Mika.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Joe. Yeah, we had a debate last night. It's Thursday, February 20th. Along with Joe, Willie, and me, we have Donnie Deutsch and former White House press secretary for President Obama, Robert Gibbs. The gloves came off.
Well, they really did. Willie, what are you, we're going to show all the greatest hits from Ali Frazier
right away.
But before we do, what were your initial thoughts? Fight Dr. Freddie Pacheco.
Well, thank you very much. I take that as a compliment, Dr. Pacheco. The gloves were on for the first several debates. That was one of the criticisms of this field, is that it had been too polite. The debate last night.
All right.
We talked yesterday at this time.
All right. Okay, I won't do it to you. I won't do it to you. People don't want to watch this shit. I get it. Tim, if I want to be tortured, I put on some old Menudo records and listen to some Fat Boys albums, some Lawrence Welk for the rest of my days. I don't want to be tortured, Timberlake. Don't do it. Donnie Deutsch is a piece of crap. Donnie Deutsch, why is he even up there? Your show failed, and so is your career in journalism or whatever this is you're doing. I don't understand. You know, people say, Timberlake, they should give you a job on MSNBC. They can't. I have a pulse. I don't have a pole stuck up my ass, Johnson. It's a prerequisite. Do you have a pole up your ass? No, I don't. Well, sorry, we have no need for you here. You must cover the poll already inserted in your ass when you show up for the interviews. I didn't see that. I didn't see that in the job description. Well, it's hidden. They all know it. It's a given. You should know it. I listened to Morning Joe talk about how the Democrats, he's like, well, listening at the Democrats talking, it seemed like they formed a circular firing squad. Isn't that right, Mika? They had a circling firing squad back in 1978 when I was relevant. That 1 year I spent killing an intern when I was in Congress. I came to the realization that Democrats sucked. For some reason, now I am one. I am Morning Joe Scarborough. And all this time, the Democrats are fighting one another. They should be fighting my friend and yours, Uncle D. J. No relation to Donald Trump, someone else who pays me and Nika's cocaine tab. The local watering hole. You know, Joe Scarborough and so many others, the whole talking point today was how horrible it is that Democrats debated. Yeah, that's the thing. They should have went after Donald Trump. Why? Donald Trump's not on stage. What you gonna say to him? He can't talk back. You haven't earned the right to go after Donald Trump. This is the part where you met out, where we get rid of people that need to go. This is that part. This part. You can't play a team that's not on the field. Get it? You can't dunk on somebody if you don't play them till next week. You can't digest a hamburger today that you won't eat till next week. What are we doing? Okay, let me put this in terms you might understand. Joe Scarborough, you can't do blow today that you haven't got yet. Okay? Jesus. I'm having a hard time trying to understand how respecting these people. It's difficult. I can't see why the respect level, like how I'm supposed to have a respect level for people who are so disrespectful, who lie to us so brazenly. They just run through. They just carpet bomb us with lies and tell us anything. And Willie Geist, you know better. You're not like these people. Why are you here, Willie? You should be a person. You know you want to go work on SNL or something or Comedy Central. You want to be a human being. You still got a chance. There's still a glimmer of hope in your eyes, homeboy. I see it. And part of you is like, let me out. I want to be free. But no, you show up to this crap hole every day. Didn't you make it out? Weren't you doing like something different? Like talking about the stars or something? Show tunes? Wasn't that you, Willie? I'm just saying I can't get with it. So the whole thing is bad Democrat. In that clip, I'm sorry I made you suffer through it, but I want you to also hear Pete Buttigieg say, we need to not be polarizing. And what we need is not be polarizing. And we have Bernie Sanders and we have Michael Bloomberg, two of the most polarizing figures in the country, and we need to be able to bring in these different people. Then he proceeded to go directly and say, but they're not even Democrats. I thought you just said you don't want to be polarizing. He just said, we don't need Bernie Sanders and we don't need this guy because they're both polarizing. And then he proceeded to polarize. No one said shit. Not Mika, not Joe, Willie. Guess it took the working class black guy that keeps it real on YouTube to see it. Yeah, took me to call it out. They couldn't say just over their heads. It was right behind one another. They almost bumped into each other. The comments were so close together. one was stepping on the heels of the other, and you still missed it. He said Bernie Sanders and Michael Bloomberg were two polarizing figures, and then he proceeded to say we should get a Democrat, a real Democrat. You just said that don't make sense. We need to be open-minded. We need to let everybody in here stop being discriminated against men and women. And look, we need to stop letting women in here. You got to keep them out of here. Tired of all these boobies in here, all these vajayjays in here. Let's let the guys do what the guys going to do on the weekend, Super Bowl weekend. You see it. You catch it then, wouldn't you? What else I got? I think that's it. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Mr. Bloomberg had policies in New York City of stop and frisk, which went after African American and Latino people in an outrageous way. That is not a way you're going to grow voter turnout.
I'd like to talk about who we're running against. A billionaire who calls
Warren campaign clearly feels good about what happened. They're raising a ton of money. But they got to do something with this. A great debate performance coupled with fundraising, they got to go win somewhere. Maybe.
Okay. Shut up. This is a good one. This is important. Okay, I want to end the show with this. I want to run to this. This is important. Stick with me because there are people who've been saying, Warren, Elizabeth Warren, she's a good person. She's a good person, and you need to stop. We need them to work together. We need Bernie and Warren to work together. That's the only chance Bernie has. I had Nina Turner on our show. Friend of the show. She came back on the show. Third time on the show. I asked Nina Turner. I said, hey, Nina, are there any, pacts or agreements between candidates? Like, does the Bernie Sanders campaign have an agreement with another candidate? She's like, no. No, Tim, we don't. That's crazy, Tim. I'm just angst. It's just angst that people think that. No, every candidate is trying to win the presidency. Everybody's trying to get the same job. There can only be one president. That's what Nina said. And people said, I said, see, guys, Nina said Bernie's not working with anyone. No one's working together in cahoots. That's not what's happening. There were people that said, well, Tim, duh. If they are working in cahoots, that's what she would have to say. You're so dumb, Tim Black. Duh. It's like, why are you talking like you in the 80s, yo? Grow up. Right? This ain't the Wonder Years. Why are you talking? Well, remember that I said it, and people were disagreeing with me. Not everybody, but some people, because they want to keep hope alive like Jesse Jackson. Keep hope alive. They just believe they won't accept that people do stuff in politics that may appear to us to look one way, but that's why they did it. That's why they did it, to make it look that way to you. They want you to think they like Bernie because he's the most popular candidate in the race. He has a lot of support, and they're hoping they get some of your money, dummy. But he ain't running. He ain't co-running with Elizabeth. He's not co-running with anybody. And to prove my point, I thought you knew when she threw him under the bus on the debate stage, saying that he lied to her. He lied. He said, I couldn't be president. Well, looking at your polling, looks like he could have been right. Looks like you can't be president, Johnson. Looks like he's absolutely right if he said that. I'm not saying he said it, but looks like, woo. Fourth, huh? Fourth? Yeah, that's not going to do good. Neighbor state, huh? Fourth in a neighboring state? So here goes a clip of, if that didn't prove it to you, that Elizabeth Warren was out for Elizabeth Warren and that there is no arrangement behind the scenes, Tim Black was right, Nina Turner didn't come on here and lie to you and lie to me. I consider her a friend. She wasn't lying to me. She wasn't lying to you. Here goes a clip of Elizabeth Warren throwing Bernie under the bus again, to the point where the reporter points it out. Believe me or believe your lying eyes and ears.
Warren campaign clearly feels good about what happened. They're raising a ton of money. But they got to do something with this. A great debate performance coupled with fundraising, they got to go win somewhere. Maybe Nevada, they can't win yet, but after Nevada, they've got to be able to go somewhere and start winning. What's the strategy now?
I think that's true, Chuck. And I will point out that I've asked them that question. What state do you see as your state to win? If Biden has South Carolina in theory, other candidates have already won some states. What's yours? They won't lay that out. That's not entirely surprising that they won't lay out a mile marker like that. But it does sort of beg the question of when her outright win will come. Because I do have a hard time believing that someone's going to walk into the convention, say that they want to be the nominee because they've got the delegates, but not having won a state outright. I think that's tough. But I think the thing that we're seeing on the debate stage, it's sort of a next chapter for the Elizabeth Warren campaign, because this is a group of people, a campaign that was really running this race by the rules that they wrote for themselves, on the way that they were going to fund the campaign with grassroots, on the way that they initially weren't going to go after their opponents. Now it feels like a group of people that are playing by the rules of politics as they're conventionally written, and they're playing to win. That means going after their opponents on the debate stage, not just Michael Bloomberg, but also Bernie Sanders. We'll get to that in just one second because I talked to her today. It was pretty interesting. But it also means her not disavowing the new super PAC that came up for her, which, by the way, is on the air with 7-figure buys here in Nevada, but also in South Carolina. So she's playing to win. And actually, when I asked her about Bernie Sanders earlier, usually, Chuck, these are questions that get non-answers from her. Today, a little bit different. Listen.
Okay.
Do you think that Bernie Sanders needs to release more of his health record?
I think that was pretty clear. People made it clear that he had made a promise to release all his medical records, and I thought that was what he was going to do.
You feel like he hasn't done that so far?
He just hasn't. I don't think that's a question of opinion. Those are not medical records.
Chuck, that's rare to hear her go after Bernie Sanders, but I have a feeling that this is the first of many times we're going to hear that on the campaign trail.
Hello, YouTubers. If you're...
Yeah. Yeah. No pushback from the old corporate media smear campaign about Bernie's health. Yeah, no pushback at all. No pushback. No shove. Not even a nudge. Like, little shoulder action. None of that. She doubled down on it. Yes, you should have to give him. I'm surprised he's not dead. I thought he died. Did he die yet? I thought he dropped dead. I thought he had another heart attack. Oh, okay. He didn't? Okay, cool. Okay. I mean, because it happens all the time. It could just happen. It just happened again. It happened before. It could happen again. Oh, did it just happen? Could have just happened. Uh-oh. All I'm asking, guys, and look, I don't mean to be a complete jackass about this, right? I don't want to be you know what I'm saying? But I got to tell you, stop saying that people working with people, okay? All right? Bernie's and Elizabeth are not working together. Okay? Now, some other people may decide to do some stuff at this point, right? There may be some deals working for some other people who are not in contention. Okay, so you understand what I'm saying? I don't want a bunch of problems. People get upset and butthurt and angry, all that stuff. All I'm saying is this is the way I see it, okay? It's just an opinion. I'm not smearing you. I'm not beating up on you or your people or your person or your candidate. I'm just saying. It's obvious that this is not the way that you help someone, right? Can we agree? Okay. We can agree that Elizabeth Warren does not appear to be trying to play nice with Bernie Sanders. We can agree. And we can agree that this is a trend with her. She did it before. She threw him under the bus before. She did it again. Okay. So how many of these do we need? Which is one of the reasons why I get upset when they get to complain and say, these people were tweeting snakes at me. Well, they tweeted a snake emoji at me. Bernie Sanders supporters gave a lot of money to Elizabeth Warren. I didn't. Okay? I gave the 3 candidates. Elizabeth Warren is not one of them. Okay? So, in only one candidate do I have recurring donations to. Okay? So, people say stuff, but I give it to candidates other than Bernie Sanders, but not Elizabeth Warren. Okay? Here's the thing. Elizabeth Warren deserves all the criticism she gets because there are people who put faith in her. They believed in her. They were thinking one thing. They did it in good faith. And now here they go. So I understand you could be upset about it. We all make mistakes. Hey, I gave to Barack Obama. Think how I feel. And I voted for him. Think about how I feel. He went to Flint and drank the water that the babies pretended to drink water that has caused brain damage in infants and made a joke out of it, mocked them. How you think I feel? I gave money to his campaign. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's their fault. It's the people that did it fault. So that's it, guys. I love you. I hope you understand that we're in this together. Like I said before, all hands on deck. Everybody come prepared for what we got ahead of us. We're going to have to laugh to keep from crying. We're going to have to pick each other up and keep going. We got to share information. We're going to have a tip line. You know what? We're going to start a tip line. Right? We're going to start a tip line and put up a tip mailbox. Because it's getting too big. The Tim Black Show getting too big for me to have it in my personal email. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to have to open up a tip mailbox. That way I can have people on the Tim Black team pitch in and help out so we don't miss stuff. Yeah, that's a good idea. Tip. This makes sense, man. Because we are growing, we getting bigger and bigger, and there's more people involved, and we need help. Okay? All right. Matter of fact, I know just two. Somebody hit me up on Twitter. It's a couple, man and wife, who want to help the show. Yeah, okay. Expats who want to help the show from Europe. Okay, guys. Well, anyway, that's the way it goes. Tomorrow will be the Freedom Friday show. You get to call in, voice your opinion on any of these issues. It's your turn to rock the mic. I look forward to letting you carry the show. I just do an intro, opener, and let everybody else call in and add their 2 cents or 3 cents. I look forward to it. I love you. I see you tomorrow. Remember, join me, join the Wolf Pack, join our community, and we're building a thriving community here at the Tim Black Wolf Pack. Go to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live, or join on Facebook, or join on YouTube. And do that every month. We got drawings, and every month, or every week, or every day, we put out great content. So I love you. I got nothing but the most respect for you. Not me, us. Hashtag Bernie only. Hashtag only Bernie. Let's get ourselves a revolution going. All right, Johnson. Now, let me go check my super chat. See if people got something to say. Yes. We got people. We have people in the house. Tomorrow. Ticky Time. What's up, Ticky Time? Welcome to the Tim Black Wolf Pack. Thank you for joining. Same thing goes to Jake. What's up, Jake? Thank you for joining the Wolf Pack. Aaron, Feely, Naheem, thank you. Aaron Naheem, thank you for joining. Oh, thank you for your super chat. Thank you, Naheem. Thank you, Riley, Wolf Pack. Thank you, Mike. What's up, Mike? How you doing? Welcome, Mike. Good to have you. Milwaukee this summer for the people. See you there. What's up, Riley? Thank you. Riley, again, your sound, Johnson. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, don't know if you're funnier with the sound or without. But you're going to like it. You saw it, right? You saw it. Okay. Justin Hoskins, no sound. Thank you. Bloomberg's ego got thrown against the wall. Turbo, thank you. Ramor Jr. says, Bloomberg got to be so bad he hacked up his cornbread. He did something with his cornbread. Raleigh, okay, Bloomberg, burn and turn. That's it. Crispy on both sides. California, rejected 2 out of 3 mail-in votes from my house. We need today to fix the issue. Everyone vote early and check your vote online. Come election day, these errors likely will not be fixed. Shout out to Joey Wright. Thank you, Joey. Sean said, we need a big rally behind Bernie. He needs a margin so wide they can't deny a nomination. Sean is back. My brother is back. Who else has to do so good they even beat the cheaters? You know who would have to do so good they would have to beat the cheaters. We both know who that person is. Mabel B, what up? Thank you, Pam Hall. Thank you, Pam Hall. Amen says, why can't they see that the part of everyone and will benefit from us fixing everyone's planet? Yes. Probably make more money and not be hated. That's what's up. Pam Hall in the house. Truth. People living, liberal tears. People living, that's when the liberals start shedding tears. Thank you, Riley. Dave L says Joy Reid can cry. Joy Reid can cry about Bernie Bros being mean all she wants. She still doesn't get a pass for her homophobic slurs or Glenn Greenwald. Amen. It's watching Amy is like watching meteorologists covering hurricanes outside with, are you doing, what the hell are you doing out there, Johnson? Jim Garrison, thank you, Jim, for contributing to the show. What did Jim say? They always cut off my last comment. It's always really hard to read, guys. God, I'm wondering if I can put, guys, I want to put a link to the Hear the Burn podcast because I want Brianna and the crew to get as many views on this as possible just to show them how much we appreciate Tim Black and Hear the Burn, how much we appreciate it. Here we go. So we'll put that in the comment section, guys. Tim Black on Bernie Sanders. Hear the Burn. There we go, guys. There you go. I can't pin it, but I can put it there. So I hope you guys are able to get it. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive, guys. Hope you stay inspired and motivated because we're going to need it. I got nothing but love for you. I'll see you tomorrow. Come through my YouTube channel. Check out new content. It'll be there. Peace. Be safe. And don't let nobody take your cornbread, Johnson. Peace. Oh, and make sure you click the bell for all notifications, please. All notifications, yo. What's up? When I check my stats, it says less people check the bell for all notifications than the average YouTuber. So our channel has a lot of people who have not checked the bell. So it's a problem because everybody don't get notifications. All right. All right, guys. Love you. See you soon. Peace, Johnson. William Rupertshire says, you're the best, Tim Black. Thank you, William. Princess Queen said, anybody still supporting Bloomberg after that thrashing last night needs their head examined, Johnson. Oh, there you go. My name is Tim Black. You're now tuned into the most watched Black independent media news network in the country. We cover politics, we cover pop culture, we cover whatever matters in your world. If it goes down, I'm covering it. We do a show, live show, Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. Friday nights, we got what? A call-in show. Anybody can call in. Throughout the week, we put out little clips, short clips of important news. You don't want to miss it. Stay on top of your news. Go with a reliable source. I'm there for you. TBTV, this is where it's at. Subscribe today and remember, don't you let nobody take your cornbread. Johnson.